Hello, today I am talking about some of the new Barbie Fashionista dolls. You might have seen them, quite a lot of people have been talking about them. So first up we have a Barbie that uses a wheelchair, and secondly, and I think maybe my favourite of the two, is this Barbie Fashionista doll who has a prosthetic leg. So today I'm going to be unboxing them, having a quick look, showing you what they look like and letting you know what I think. So as you might be able to see, I do already have some Barbie Fashionista dolls. I really like them. They're really cool, they're different. I like that they have cool hair now. There's much more choice. You can really sort of just have so much more choice with your Barbie doll now, which is really cool. The Barbie Fashionista dolls, the ones that I've got, so these are generally the ones with the coloured hair. They come in curvy, petite and tall. I will link below a blog post that I wrote a little while ago about the different size dolls for you to read. The only issue I have with them is that they're not really poseable. Their arms and legs don't bend, and if you can see sort of these ones, their arms are fixed in position like this all the time, and although very cool and modelly, it's not really ideal for playing with. So there is that downside to them. So first up, I'm going to open this Barbie Fashionista doll. If I look on the back, she is number 121. So if you're searching for sort of all the dolls in the series, there they are on the back. You can get her as number 121. So let's see if I can open the box. These came from Amazon. I first sort of spotted them quite a while ago now, and I've waited for ages for them to be released, and then last month I noticed that they were up for pre-order, so my husband kindly pre-ordered them for me. There was a bit of a wait, so I was supposed to get them on the 2nd of July, and there was a delay with the postage, so they took a little while to come, and as it is, both dolls have only arrived this week. So there she is out of the box. I have remembered to bring some scissors so I can release her from her cardboard backing. So let's get her out. Okay. Oh, hang on, she's still attached by the plastic things in her head. Let's pull her off. Put the strings off of her. Here we go, so her hair has gone a little bit flat, but there she is in all her glory. So my first impressions are that, like all the Barbie Fashionista dolls, she is not poseable. Her prosthetic leg does not bend, it is solid and fixed. It's a real shame that it doesn't bend at the knee. Just going to show you her pants now. It goes quite high up her leg. Her hips are, you can move her legs up and down. It's a real shame that her knee isn't poseable. But that's the same with all Barbie Fashionista dolls, I think. So, first impressions, I really like her outfit. She's cool, which is nice that they've not sort of put her in trousers to cover the prosthetic leg. It's really nice that they've made a doll where she's on show. I'm going to see if she'll stand up in a moment. She's wearing flats, and she has fixed flat feet as well, so can't really change her shoes that much. I'm just checking that the shoe on her prosthetic leg foot isn't fixed, so it does mean you can completely change her shoes and outfit if you want to, so that's quite cool. The prosthetic leg, sort of from halfway down the shin, is really flimsy and bendy. It's not made out of the same tough plastic as the top part of her leg is, which has made it go a little bit wonky, which is a shame. But yeah, first impression, she's really cool. I really like that there is now a Barbie with a prosthetic leg. A huge number of people, for many reasons, have prosthetic legs, and it's really nice that a little girl could go into a shop now and buy a Barbie doll that is like her. I really like that. I'm really impressed. The leg itself looks good. Looks sort of, well, not dissimilar to a real prosthetic piece, I don't think. Yeah, she's a lovely doll. She will stand up, which is nice. I've just noticed actually there's a weird leg colour and difference in the colour of her leg. I don't know if you can see it. But her leg is sort of two-tone, which is weird. Okay, anyway. Yeah, she's a nice doll. The main draw for this doll is obviously that she has a prosthetic leg. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this doll. I do think, like I've said, it's a shame that her leg isn't poseable. It's a shame the bottom part of the leg is so flimsy. I fear that if she were a real proportionate person, the bottom half of her leg would just, the bottom half of the prosthesis would just snap if she tried to walk. So I am slightly concerned about that. But as it is, despite the fact she is not poseable, she is a really cool doll, and definitely really cool for children that have disabilities. So I'm really impressed with her. So next up is the one that sits in a wheelchair. I'll show you the back of the box. Again, these are all the different ones that are currently in this Fashionista range. I have got number 124, which is the petite doll with the green hair. I really like that this Barbie doll in the wheelchair, you can also buy a black version of her. I think that's great, that's fabulous. And I think Mattel are doing really good things. So let's have a look and see what this one's like if I can get into the back of the box. Should you wish to try and buy this one yourself, she is number 132 in the collection. Again, we got this one on Amazon. We pre-ordered it and it was due to arrive sort of at the beginning of July, but actually only will arrive this week, so it was a little bit of a wait for her. There we go, she's out of the plastic. As you can see, she comes with a ramp. Let's see if I can get her off the box. Oh, she is well and truly attached. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, here we go. Leave the ramp to one side for the minute. So, here she is. Her hair looks weird because it is elastic band to her. It's elastic banded to her neck, which is obviously the way that we girls keep our hair in check when we're in wheelchairs. We elastic band it to ourselves. I am pleased to see that this Barbie doll is fully poseable. I mean, obviously she has to be to sit in the wheelchair, and if you wanted to get her up out of the wheelchair, she'd have to be poseable. It's really good that her arms are poseable so that you can sort of put her hands on the wheelchair so she can use it. That's really cool. It's quite a modern style of wheelchair with the low back. It's a self-propelling one. I really like that. So Barbie can be completely independent. The wheelchair says Barbie on the back, and it's got sort of faux leather seat, which is cool. See if it actually wheels. I don't know if you can see her there. It does. Oh, no, it doesn't. I don't know if it's a hand. She's got a hand attached to one of the wheels. I don't know if that is what is hindering her movement. Let's have a look. See if that's any better. Yeah, there we go. It completely, the wheels move, the wheelchair works really well. I really like that. That's very clever. She's held in here by some plastic, because obviously she's a plastic doll. She would just slide straight out of this. The wheelchair part of it feels a little bit flimsy. I don't know if it would sort of withstand sort of really rough play. That would, I don't know. It does feel a little bit flimsy. But first impressions, I think she's great. I think if you are a child in a wheelchair and you saw this Barbie doll, you would just think this was great. I think it's fabulous. I'm really pleased that Mattel have done this. I think there is still work to do, but it's really good that a toy company has released these Barbie dolls. And I mean, it's taken such a long time. Now I think a long time ago, Barbie did release, or Mattel did release a Barbie's, but one of Barbie's friends was in a wheelchair. It might have been one of her cousins, it might have been Skipper. I can't remember, but there was a Barbie doll available in a wheelchair sort of quite a long time ago, but I don't think she was very big. I don't think she was very popular. I don't know that you could still get hold of it now unless you were lucky enough to find it on eBay. So the fact that this new doll is readily available and comes in 2 different skin tones is fantastic. And what I really like is, so the new Fashionista dolls look completely different. Each one of their sort of facial expressions is very different. None of them look like the classic Barbie doll, which I think is really great. What I do really like is that this Barbie doll that comes in a wheelchair, she looks like the Barbie doll that you buy. She is the regular Barbie doll that you get in the regular Barbie doll sets. So they haven't tried to make a new Barbie that is in a wheelchair. They have put existing Barbie in a wheelchair, and I think that is great. That's really positive, because there really aren't that many toys around for disabled children. I had a couple of Makey dolls made, and Makey dolls were 3D printed, and you could have accessories 3D printed for them, such as cochlear implants. You could have birthmarks put onto their faces. They came with crutches, and there was one that came with a white cane as well. So there were a huge range of things that you could get for the Makey doll that just made her more like your child, and that was really great. Sadly, that company no longer seems to trade, which is a real shame, because I think with the right sort of push and market, those dolls could have done so well, and they really could have been life-changing for some children. So the fact that Mattel have done this is just brilliant. What I do think is a little bit of a shame is that there aren't really disabled toys for boys. So whilst I completely agree that boys should be able to play with whatever they want, and if boys want to play with Barbies, then let them play. If girls want to play with action men, let them play. But I think it's a shame that there aren't any disabled toys aimed at young disabled boys. It's great what Mattel are doing, but I really think some of the companies that make toys aimed at boys are a little bit better. So give them a disability, make them more like real children, more like real people. So whilst I think there is some work to do with regards to sort of accessibility and equality in the toy industry, which seems a really weird thing to say. Toys are toys, but I think if a girl or a boy can relate more to a toy because it is more like them, then that's brilliant. That's all for the better, and it will make that child feel far more accepted. Speaking from my own experience growing up, being a little girl, having those dolls, having those toys, these Barbie dolls that were nothing like me, that didn't sort of have funny looking legs or weren't in wheelchairs or didn't use crutches or other mobility aids. Growing up, I felt very different to everyone else, because obviously your regular Barbie doll, she's the normal. She is the normal beauty that you should aspire to as a small child. So the very fact that now a young girl with a disability can look at Barbie and feel less sort of isolated from society because she can relate more to, oh, she nearly, good thing she's elasticated into the wheelchair because she just nearly fell out. Yeah, I think if a little girl can relate more to this Barbie doll because she's in a wheelchair too, then that's brilliant. So yes, I am really thrilled with both of these Barbie dolls. I think they're great. I think they're an absolutely wonderful thing, and I really look forward to Barbie producing more dolls with disabilities, perhaps giving them cochlear implants or giving them insulin ports or other medication ports that some children have to have. Give them wheelchairs, give them Zimmer frames, give them crutches. Just make them more accessible, make them more equitable, and make it so that little girls and little boys can really relate to them. As you can see on the back of the box, there are, which I have ripped, there are some male Barbie dolls in the Fashionista range, and I think it would be really nice if one of those came in a wheelchair next, or it came with crutches, or came with a prosthetic leg or a prosthetic arm. I think that would be really great to see the boy Barbies have that. I think that would be really good. So yeah, brilliant. I'm just gonna lastly show you, she does come, the Barbie doll that comes in the wheelchair does come with a ramp. This is the ramp. I will just check that her wheelchair fits on the ramp, because that's a nightmare if it doesn't. It does. It's easily accessible for her, and hopefully the Barbie doll houses have accessible rooms, because it would be a real shame if Barbie couldn't fit in her own house now because she's in a wheelchair. But the ramp, I think, is an absolutely great addition to the set. I think that is brilliant. Fantastic. I really, really like that it comes with a ramp, so she can get in and out of inaccessible places. She's luckier than most of us, I have to say. So yeah, that was my unboxing and sort of mini review of my thoughts on these new Barbie dolls. I think they're fantastic. I'm really pleased with them. I think Mattel and other toy companies are making great strides. I still think they need to do better. But all in all, these are a brilliant addition to the Barbie family and a brilliant addition to my household. I'm over the moon to have got both of these Barbies. So let me know what you think. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad idea? Do you think they're doing enough? Do you think they need to do more? I'd love to hear from you, so get in touch below. Thank you for watching. This was my review of the new Barbie Fashionista dolls. They're great. I just can't get over how great she is. Other than her flimsy plastic wheelchair that I feel would break if she went sort of over a hefty bump. But I'm really pleased. I'm really, really pleased that this option is now available. So get in touch below. Let me know what you think. I'll be back soon with another video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a like if you liked this video. Don't forget, as always, you can see all my posts at www.estellosaurus.co.uk, and I'll see you soon. Bye!